set to kick off the construction of tunnelway linking Nagdunga, considered as the gateway to Kathmandu, with Sisnekola in Naubise of Dhading. If the 4-year project with technical assistance from Japan can be completed as per schedule, the tunnelway would prove a massive breakthrough in easing traffic congestion on the highway. Good morning, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan. Let's begin with the top stories this hour. The Prime Minister lays foundation stone for the Nagdunga-Naubise tunnelway. A budget of 22 billion rupees sanctioned for the 2.6-kilometer tunnelway with a deadline of 4 years. The winter session of the Federal Parliament to begin a month ahead of its scheduled time to appoint a new Speaker for the House of Representatives. Los Angeles Fire Department orders mandatory evacuation as a fire ripped across a hillside in the affluent Pacific Palisades area, threatening multi-million-dollar homes. And New entrants, Sheffield United snatches a thrilling win against Arsenal. The Blades maintained an impressive run to climb to the 9th position. Let's begin with national updates. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli led the foundation stone for the Nagdunga-Sisnekola tunnelway at Tutipaka of Chandragiri municipality. The government of Japan is providing a concessional loan of 16 billion rupees at an interest rate of 0.01% for the project. The government of Nepal will provide the remaining 6 billion rupees. The project is estimated to cost 22 billion rupees. At the program, Prime Minister Oli said that Nepal had ushered into a new era of development with the project and stressed on its timely completion. The project is expected to complete within the next 4 years. The 2.6-kilometer tunnelways will connect Kisipidi of Kathmandu with Sisnekola of Dhading district. The tunnel will have separate 4-meter lanes for emergency vehicles. Regular vehicles will ply on the 10-meter wide road. The tunnel will have a flyover bridge to connect Balambu with Kisipedi River. From Kisipedi, the tunnel will link Kathmandu with Sisnekola of Dhading. After completion, the tunnel is expected to reduce the traffic congestion along the Nagdunga-Thankot road section. Japanese construction company Hazma Ando Corporation will be constructing the tunnel. The winter session of the Federal Parliament is beginning a month before its scheduled time to appoint a new Speaker for the House of Representatives. Last year, the winter session began on 26th of December. The Speaker's position is currently vacant after former Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mohra tendered his resignation on 1st of October following allegations of attempt to rape by a Parliament staff, Rosni Sahi. The date for the winter session will be finalized after consulting with parliamentarians from other political parties. The President can call for a parliamentary session following the recommendations of the Cabinet of Ministers. The Parliament Secretariat is preparing for the winter session after informal talks between Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and Deputy Speaker Sivamaya Tumbahampe. It is uncertain as to which political party will hold the position of the Speaker. The Constitution says the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker must be from 2 different political parties. As the Deputy Speaker is from the ruling Nepal Communist Party, the Speaker cannot be appointed from the same party. The winter session is also considered as the bill session, and it is mandated to go through discussions of drafts of bills and their endorsements. Its major task is to amend or replace laws that stand against the Constitution. Former Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mohra recorded his statement at the Government Attorney's Office in Kathmandu yesterday. The police plans to conclude its investigations on Mohra's rape allegations within a week and file a case at the court. In the meantime, Parliament staff Rosni Sahi, who is the alleged victim, has been giving contradictory statements on rape allegations since the night of 29th of September. Sahi one more time submitted a letter at the court yesterday saying that she was compelled to file a complaint after pressure from the police. The changing versions of Sahi have raised questions if it would influence the investigations and the court proceedings. However, legal experts say that the changed version of the alleged victim would not interfere with the investigations. Police have already retrieved CCTV footages which show Mohra had entered Sahi's rented apartment. They have also recovered the text messages Sahi had sent to Mohra's son and other women political leaders as important proof. Legal experts say no matter what statements she gives after filing the first complaint report, the investigation and court proceedings will go as per the evidences that the police have collected. They say that Sai would only be viewed as a witness and her versions would not interfere with the credibility or the independence of the investigation. And we'll take a short break here. For more news, do stay with us. Popular telecommunication network Viber has around 800 million users across the world. The company believes its policies to maintain privacy of its users has gained its popularity. There are around 5 million registered users of Viber in Nepal alone. Our correspondent Nauraj Pandit talked with CEO of Viber, D. Jamil Agua, at the recently held Viber Asia Summit 2019 in Singapore regarding the company's strategies and specialities.
In general, Southeast Asia is a very successful region for Viber. In a lot of countries, neighbor countries, we have good results and good usage. Nepal is a country where there are a lot of people traveling abroad, immigrants going in other countries. So it's a country where you have a lot of people that are interested in international communication, who wants to stay close to their home, and Viber is their home. So we are very interested by those markets because it's the typical market where we basically can offer a very interesting offer. The other topic is that in Nepal, people care about privacy, security of their conversation. The cost of communication is pretty high. So all these are offers that Viber can be very attractive because we are a secure app and we have a very cheap app to use. We are in a competitive market, that's true. There are a lot of messaging apps existing and new coming every year, more or less there is a new messaging app coming. We've been around for long, we've been around for a while and we have been pretty successful so far. There are not so many apps that have been able to be successful at scale, at a global scale. So when we look into the details, there are a couple of reasons. One is that Viber is a very fast and secure product. So fast is just test it when you send a message, receive a message, is extremely fast and extremely stable. The second is we are very secure in the fact that we have made a choice 4 years ago, which is to activate end-to-end encryption by default. This means that all conversations between users cannot be read by anyone, not including by us, only by the people sending and the people receiving. And this is a choice that we have made, and not a lot of people have done it. Other apps, for example, use the content or don't activate this end-to-end encryption by default, and makes the content of the chat a little bit more risky a little bit more open to potential hacking or usage in the future. Let's face it, at the starting point of Viber was to disrupt the telecommunication industry. It was a time where making a phone call or sending an SMS was so expensive that the vast majority of people in the world couldn't afford it. Just make a phone call to their kids or send a message to their husband or wives was not possible for them. So the technology was there, and we decided to disrupt the market. We're not the only one to do that. Skype, WhatsApp, Viber, etc., etc. We decided to offer a voice over IP service for calling and then messaging over IP.
The government has decided to provide scholarship to 75% of the total students pursuing medical courses at government-run medical colleges. Previously, only 10% of the students received the scholarship. A total of 173 students in 3 government-run medical colleges will receive a scholarship this year. Students from Nepal Academy of Science and Technology, Patan Health Sciences Academy and BP Koirala Health Science Academy affiliated to Tribhuvan University will receive the scholarships. These academies have been running MBBS, BDS, nursing, public health, radiography, physiotherapy, laboratory, among other medical programs. The Medical Education Commission has decided to provide a scholarship to 75% of the seats in all these programs. Medical students appearing for entrance exams held by the university and the academies will receive a scholarship based on their credentials. 45% of the scholarships will be provided on the basis of reservations.
लाई मात्रै होइन चिकित्सकको लागि एमबीबीएस भयो दाँत सम्बन्धीको डेन्टल नर्सिङका पनि सबै विधाहरू पब्लिक हेल्थ त्यस्तै ल्याबोरेटरी रेडियोग्राफी आयुर्वेद लगायतका स्वास्थ्य सेवा प्रदान गर्ने जति विधाहरू छन् फिजियोथेरापी लगायत सम्पूर्ण विषयहरूको स्नातक तहको पढाइको लागि यो छात्रवृत्तिको ऐनमै व्यवस्था गरेको कुरा हो जुन कुरा चिकित्सा शिक्षा आयोगले बैठकबाट निर्णय गरेको छ कि सबै सरकारी संस्थाहरूमा यसै आर्थिक वर्षदेखि यसै शैक्षिक सत्रदेखि लागू हुन्छ
65 students will receive admissions at the Maharajganj campus, 75 at Patan Health Sciences Academy and 100 at BP Koirala Health Science Academy. Out of these students, a total of 173 will receive a scholarship from the government. Experts have stated students applying for nursing courses will benefit the most from the scholarship scheme. However, those who receive the scholarship will have to serve at the health institutions at remote regions for a year and then work at another institution in the city for another year. The government has allocated 1 billion rupees for the scholarship program this year. Respective institutions will receive the scholarship amounts.
पहिले चाहिँ एमबीबीएस बीडीएसमा मात्रै थियो अब चाहिँ सबैमा हुन्छ त्यसको व्यवस्थापन नेपाल सरकारले त्यो सेवा कसरी लिन्छ भन्नेमा नै व्यवस्थापनमा भर पर्छ हामीसँग त अब धेरै फार्मेसीका पनि स्कॉलरशिपमा पढेका आए उहाँहरुलाई पनि काम लिनु पर्यो त्यसै नर्सिङका छन् काम लिनु पर्यो सबलाई 2 वर्षको लागि त काम दिनु पर्यो नि अब ऐनमै स्पष्ट व्यवस्था गरेको छ 2 वर्षको 1 वर्ष दुर्गम 1 वर्ष सुगम भन्ने व्यवस्थै गरेको छ त्यही अनुसार हुन्छ होला.
Based on laws, private medical colleges that are run with national investments should provide 10% scholarship, while those with foreign investments should provide 20% scholarship. And let's move on to international update. The Los Angeles Fire Department ordered mandatory evacuations as a fire ripped across a hillside in the affluent Pacific Palisades area, threatening multi-million-dollar homes. The fire began around 10:30 a.m. Pacific time at the base of Palisades Drive and quickly spread about 18 acres within 15 minutes. It quickly moved uphill and burned more than 40 acres. About 200 homes within 8 residential blocks were under threat from the flames and have been heavily impacted by smoke, said LAFD Chief Patrick Butler during a press conference. There have been 2 reported injuries, 1 minor injury to a firefighter and 1 civilian who was taken to the hospital for respiratory stress. Pacific Palisades is a coastal neighborhood west of downtown Los Angeles. The wealthy area is home to many celebrities. India and Pakistan have blamed each other for selling across the line of control the de facto border that divides the disputed region of Kashmir. Meanwhile, 2 members of the Gorkha army in India, including a Nepali citizen, have been killed during firing at the disputed region of Kashmir yesterday. During the latest fighting between India and Pakistan at the border area in Kupwara district, a Nepali citizen of the Gorkha regiment, Padam Bahadur Shrestha, and rifleman of Nepali origin, Gamil Kumar Shrestha, were killed. According to the Indian army, they were killed during an attack by the Pakistani army. Meanwhile, both India and Pakistan say they retaliated only after the other violated a ceasefire in place since 2003, allegedly killing civilians and soldiers on both sides. The nuclear-armed neighbors have already fought 2 wars and a limited conflict over Kashmir. But this year, tensions between the rivals sharply intensified. In February, India launched air strikes against militants in Pakistani territory in response to a suicide attack in Kashmir, which killed 40 Indian soldiers. The Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed group said it had carried out that attack. In August, India stripped the part of Kashmir it administers of its partial autonomy, sparking sharp criticism from Pakistan. Since then, Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been lobbying for international support against the move, which he has described as illegal. Delhi and Islamabad both claim Kashmir in full, but control only parts of it. And we have more news coming up, but right now it's time for another short break. And it's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, who is responsible for the harvest loss due to substandard seeds? And your options are A, government unit that recommended the seeds, option B, businessmen, and option C, farmers. The voting for the question is on. Type NAWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And let's move on to sports update.
Sports news.
Sheffield United stunned Arsenal 1-0 in the English Premier League match played late last night. With the win, the new entrants to the EPL, Sheffield United have climbed to the 9th position. In the match played in front of their home crowd, Liz Mousse scored in the 38th minute to give Sheffield United the all-important lead. The Gunners did have a 65% ball possession but failed to convert 3 clear goal chances. The culprits were £72 million boy Nicolas Pepe and Granit Xhaka. Meanwhile, Sheffield United, ever since their promotion to the top English league, have maintained an impressive run, coming from 2-goal deficit against Chelsea to draw their last match. Liverpool had also scored in the dying minutes to clinch their match against Sheffield United. And in our public voice segment, we had asked the players and organizers of the Because Running Seal Gold Cup football tournament in Chitwan what problems have they been facing due to the not so well managed ground condition. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public voice.
ग्राउन्डको कन्डिसन राम्रो भइदियो भने चाहिँ खेलाडीहरूले चाहिँ आफूले गर्ने आफ्नो स्किलहरु चाहिँ राम्रोसँग परफर्मेन्स गर्न पाउँछ के ग्राउन्डमा
ठुलठुलो क्लबहरुको भाइटल म्याचहरुमा गर्दा चाहिँ दर्शकहरु भित्र छिर्ने यस्तो हुन्छ तर जुन बारेर एउटा इन्टरनेशनल साइज अनुसारको टुर्नामेन्ट खेलाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ फुटबल डेभलपको लागि चाहिँ नेपाली फुटबल डेभलपको विकासको लागि चाहिँ धेरै नै राम्रो हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ
जुन चाहिँ हामी अब हामीले खेल्न सक्ने गेम पनि खेल्न सक्छौं
And it's now time for the special segment Sports Buzz.
कुनै ठाउँमा चाहिँ अब खेल्न नसक्ने स्थिति हुन्छ
राम्रो ग्राउन्डमा खेल्न पाउँदा
Nepal wrapped up their away matches in the 2022 World Cup qualifiers with one more defeat against Jordan last Wednesday. Nepal conceded 3 goals against a strong Jordan side after a goalless first half. Once again, like in the previous match against Australia, Nepal's performance against Jordan was appreciated. Despite a convincing-looking scoreline, Jordan struggled to get past the resolute Nepal defense line. Nepal conceded the first goal through a spot kick, which could have been avoided. Jordan had to wait till the 87th and 88th minute to score their next 2 goals. In between, Nepal did have their opportunities and football analysts felt that this defeat could have been avoided, which indeed is a positive sign for Nepalese football, which will now play some home matches to the delight of the home crowd. A franchise women cricket tournament, Women Champions League, is currently being played in the capital's TU ground. Once considered a formidable team among the associate countries, the standard of women cricket had gone down in the last few years. However, with the present tournament hosted by Queen's Event Management, new women talents have been witnessed. In fact, the cricket enthusiasts back home have been delighted by a fresh bunch of cricketers who have displayed the talent to take the standard of women cricket to a next level. Meanwhile, the standard of cricket displayed by women cricketers in the country has confirmed that it is not only the male cricketers, but the women cricketers too can do their nation proud.
And a look at the top stories one more time. The Prime Minister lays foundation stone for the Nagdunga Naubise tunnelway. A budget of 22 billion rupees sanctioned for the 2.6 kilometer tunnelway with a deadline of 4 years. The winter session of the Federal Parliament to begin a month ahead of its scheduled time to appoint a new Speaker for the House of Representatives. Los Angeles Fire Department orders mandatory evacuation as a fire ripped across a hillside in the affluent Pacific Palisades area, threatening multi-million-dollar homes. And new entrant Sheffield United snatches a thrilling win against Arsenal. The Blades maintain an impressive run to climb to the 9th position. And those were our latest headlines. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Stay with us for more news and entertainment on KTVSD. Good day.